Okay, it's 8 a.m. About time we get started. Let's make sure you're in the right place. This is AP Chemistry. I am Mr. McMillan, and let's get to it. I'm really excited about today's class. I prepared a bunch of slides, and today is April 1st, and I thought for today, on April 1st, we'd really get to know our chemical elements. I love this stuff. We've been studying the periodic table for a while, and we know all the technical stuff. We know the atomic weights, the atomic number. We know all that stuff, but do we really know the elements? Today we're going to get to know the elements, the story behind them, the personal side of the elements. And I know a lot of you have already asked a lot of really interesting questions, like basic stuff, like the abbreviation. Some of them make sense. Hydrogen is H, carbon is C. But why, for example, is PB lead? What is that about? Why is tungsten W? Were these chemists really bad spellers? What's going on there? So we're going to talk about that today. So let's get to it. I love this stuff. I really do love this stuff. So we'll start with gold. Gold is Au. What is that about? The letters A and U aren't even in the word gold. Why is it? It's really about Latin. Chemists love Latin. They really do. They love Latin music. They marry. Frequently, their spouses are Latin. Male chemists marry Latin women all the time. Latin women chemists marry Latin men. They just love Latin. So it comes from Latin. Au is derived from the Latin word arum, which means gold. So that's why gold is Au. It's from the Latin word. Chemists love Latin. It's an honor. Mendelevium, MD, is named to honor a chemist, a very famous chemist, Dmitri Mendeleev, who produced the first periodic table. So the discoverers of Mendelevium said, we want to honor him. We're going to name this element after him. It's really cool to get an element named after you. There's Einsteinium, right? Albert Einstein, Einsteinium. If you love me, maybe McMillan someday. I'm thinking I would love an element named McMillan. It would be great. It would be great. It's a great honor. That's what I'm saying. Sodium is Na. What is this about? I never understood this one. And this one is a lot tougher. You really got to dig in to understand this one. Turns out that sodium, the Latin sodinum, is a Latin word for a headache remedy. What? What does that have to do with sodium? Well, the chemists in the 1800s used to drink soda when they had a headache. And believe me, chemistry will give you a headache. So when they discovered sodium, they went, well, this is in our soda. It gets rid of headache. So they wanted to do it that way. But again, they needed the Latin. So the Latin symbol Na is for the Latin word for soda, which is natrium or natron. So that's why sodium, which helps with headaches, is named after the Latin for soda. God, I get a chill when I get into this stuff. I hope you do too. Do you? Do you love this? I do. Okay. PB. Why is PB lead? It made no sense to me. So it turns out the Roman word for lead is plumbum. But it's Roman. I think that's baloney. This is my own theory. I don't think they never used Roman words. I think the discoverer of lead, his favorite food was in fact peanut butter. Yep, that's why it's PB. It's peanut butter. No jelly, just peanut butter. Was eating a peanut butter sandwich when he discovered lead and said, I'm into this PB because it inspired me. That's it. It's just my belief. Zirconium. Interesting element, zirconium. It's actually a Latin word meaning cheap ripoff. Yeah, zirconium. Yeah. If you're into jewelry, you know what I'm talking about. Scandium. Oh, this one's really interesting. If you're into like drama and the deep, seedy side of chemistry, scandium, that's your element right there. Scandium, it turns out, was the element that was first discovered by a physicist that slept with another physicist's wife and stole his discovery. It was a huge scandal. He stole it. There were fights and there was a duel, and they called it scandium because that element, incredible element. They're going to make a movie someday. They really are. Samarium. This one. It's a little Bible reference. Samarium was the element that was discovered by a good man who was just passing by. Yeah, just kept away. Noticed the samarium. They went, let's name the element after him. He noticed it. What a nice man. It's a samarium. Francium. This is an interesting element. You know where it's found mostly? That's why it was named after this. Mostly it was easily spotted by unshaven armpits and legs. Yeah, that's where francium is found. Yep, it's true. Go to France. That's where you'll find it. Californium. Now, I live in Californium, so I believe this to be true. I think Californium, the element, very unique. It's the only element that's environmentally conscious. It's gender fluid, and it's usually found on the freeway. Yeah. Most of the time, Californium on the freeway. It's true. A lot of the names reflect the elements themselves. Tennessine, very similar to California, a little different. It's the element that loves country music. It's missing several teeth, and it's married to a sibling. Yeah. Just having a little fun. Don't get upset, Tennessee people. Don't get upset. Antimony. This one is really interesting. A lot of twists and turns in antimony. So I got to go back a little way. So antimony was originally named donatite after physicist Robert Donahue. He named it after himself because physicists are a little full of themselves. But turns out Robert, not a great guy to live with. Ugly divorce. Yeah. In the divorce, he lost the element in the divorce settlement. So he decided, and his wife decided, they would rename the element. It wasn't called donatite, it was called antimony or alimony, depending on the spelling, and they shortened it to SB for son of a bitch. Because he was, in fact, a son of a bitch. So that's why SB refers to donatite, because he was a son of a bitch. And then finally, uranium. Now, if you read some books, they'll tell you uranium was named after the planet Uranus. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't believe there's any uranium on Uranus. We've never been there. We don't know why. Why are those? I think more likely. Uranium was named after the chemist who discovered it, German chemist Martin Klaproth. He accidentally sat on uranium. He discovered it with his anus, or Uranus. And he said, it's uranium. From his anus. And it was glowing. And if you have a glowing anus, it's uranium right there. That's what it is. Uranium. And with that, we're going to wrap up today's AP chemistry lesson. And it's April Fool's. It's April Fool's. Did I get you? Did I? I don't think I fooled you. I don't think I fooled you. But that was fun, wasn't it? It's April Fool's. It is the April Fool's edition of Comedy from Home. This is the comedy show that comes to you from my office right here in my home in Southern California. I am your host, Don McMillan. I hope you enjoyed that. I decided to have a little fun today. I thought it was a nice little companion piece to my music video, which I'm going to be sharing in a second. And I'll bring up the screen now. A little while back, I did this table. I'm a nerd, and I love chemistry, and I love physics. And I did this song. I re-recorded, did my own take on Tom Lair's original The Element song, where he sang 108 chemical elements to the Sergeant Major General song from Pirates of Penzance. I thought, well, there's all these new elements. I need to update it. So I did all 119 chemical elements to We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel, and I called it We Didn't Start the Table. So that's coming up in a minute. I hope you'll enjoy that. In the meantime, I hope you had a great April Fool's Day. I took the day off. This is just free comedy. I'm not even getting paid for this. I'm just doing it for fun because it's April Fool's Day, National Comedian's Day off. But this I did just for you. And I'm going to wrap it up with my very favorite music video. I would love this to become a staple in every chemistry class around the country. It's the best way to learn all the chemical elements, to be able to sing them to We Didn't Start the Fire. So enjoy the video. I'll see you next time. Here comes your music video. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, hydrogen and oxygen, nitrogen and rhenium. There's nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium. There's europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, lanthanum and osmium, astatine and radium, gold and protactinium, indium, gallium, iodine, thorium, thulium and thallium. We didn't start the table, we've been always learning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the table, no we didn't build it, but we tried to fill it. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium. This is bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. There's holmium, and helium, hafnium, and erbium, francium, and phosphorus, fluorine, and there's terbium. There's manganese, and mercury, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium, scandium, cerium, and cesium. We didn't start the table, we've been always learning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the table, no we didn't build it, but we tried to fill it. There's lead, praseodymium, and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium, tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium, cadmium, and calcium, chromium, and curium. Rutherfordium, seborgium, dubnium, moscovium, oganesson, lawrencium, tennessine, hynomium, darstadium, rhenium, copernicium, fluorovium, meitnerium, livermorium, hassium, and borium. We didn't start the table, we've been always learning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the table, no we didn't build it, but we tried to fill it. There's sulfur, californium, fermium, berkelium, and also Mendelevium, Einsteinium, nobelium, argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, fluorine, copper, cobalt, carbon, tungsten, tin, and sodium. We didn't start the table, we've been always learning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the table, we just keep on adding on.